I'm speaking to Dr. Chuah, the Executive Director for Spritzer Berhad. Well, Spritzer, the company Spritzer, isn't just about mineral water. It's also got sparkling mineral, it's got distilled water, carbonated fruit-flavoured drinks, non-carbonated fruit-flavoured drinks, and functional water, which is this new Spritzer fibre. Why move into so many diversified products? Is this just to make sure that the brand stays relevant for today's market?
True. That is one of the reasons, because like I said, we have to understand the new generation, and their perception are very different from the people like our generation. So we are trying to cater to all the market in Malaysia, and you notice that many of these products that we do are still on the health side. That those products that we do, like the Spritzer Pop, Spritzer Tinge, Spritzer Fiber, they are basically functional, and you find that we make sure that the sugar content are much lower than the ordinary, let's say, soft drink, and we also ensure that no unnecessary coloring is added to it, and we want to ensure that it's still on the healthier side, you see.
Okay, so you're positioning yourself as the healthier bottled drink option as opposed to sugared soft drinks. I'm speaking to Dr. Chuah, the Executive Director for Spritzer Berhad. Dr. Chuah, so what variables impact your sales? You mentioned that you are in the Japanese market. I'm guessing that when the Fukushima disaster happened, there must have been a health scare, and therefore bottled water sales must have gone through the roof.
Yes.
So what are the variables impact your sales?
Other variable that could impact our sales, of course, is like you say, mainly because of any bad publicity, regarding what they call like any things that will affect the confidence of the consumer
towards drinking
or towards bottled water, say, for example, of anything that could be detrimental, you see. So we pray that those kind of things don't happen. You never know. Somebody may discover something in a bottled water that is detrimental. Then, of course, that would cause a lot of people to create a fear in people.
Hypothetically, if that did happen, Dr. Chuah, what would be Spritzer's course of action?
Well, I mean, we will cross that bridge when it comes to that, I mean, we have done everything that we can, so we don't know what anything that can happen, but we're just hoping that none of this detrimental thing will happen anyway.
Okay, well, with what happened with the Selangor water issue, do you think that had a positive impact on your sales?
Not that one, not really, because I think the Shabas and all these people are doing a good job of bringing more water, through their trucks, to elevate the shortage of water. Well, I guess some of the people will probably go to the supermarket to buy some of these waters.
Yeah,
and all
because
that.
I mean, you had residents without water for 12, 15 days.
Yeah, that will definitely, I mean, that's why it's important to have bottled water in place, you see. When calamity like this happen, when situation like this happen, you need to have clean, good hygiene water, especially for consumption, you see.
On that note, Dr. Chuah, you're in many different markets, and in these many different markets, they've got different levels of perception of how drinkable the tap water is. For instance, with Australia, market that you're in, they've got campaigns ongoing educating the public or encouraging the public to drink tap water. So what's Spritzer's strategy when you go into markets like this where the tap water is readily available and drinkable?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, in Australia, like you mentioned Australia and even Japan, about the tap water being very drinkable and all that. I think that the perception even there, even in Australia, see, the people still feel that they like the taste. Basically, I think it boils down to the taste and the confidence, of the consumer there. So the taste issue and the convenience and the availability, are the one that actually encourage, even this consumer in Australia to continue to purchase bottled water, even though there's a lot of campaign, like say, against drinking bottled water to conserve the environment and all that, but still there's a lot of demand there, and this is what is happening now. Yeah.
And speaking of the environment, do you have numbers of what percentage of Spritzer bottles are recycled?
We don't, not at this moment, but we are making a lot of taking a lot of effort, a lot of steps, to mitigate this recycling of our bottled water. So that's why we come out with this collapsible type of design, to make the storage easier, that we can fill up more of the plastic bag, and I know that there's a lot of agents around, recycling agents around, that are collecting all these bottles for recycling into different products, because this is PET is actually polyester. So some of them use it to send it off, to resell it for making clothing and things like that. Yeah. So we are taking serious effort, to recycle all this bottle.
Well, but as a bottling manufacturer and a bottling company, do you feel that it's part of your responsibility to ensure that some of the waste ends up being recycled?
Yeah, in fact, we have been encouraging, and
how do you do that?
We're working with some of these recycling agent people. There's a quite lucrative business. In fact, they will get people to collect it, and I'm sure you've seen. I remember one day I was jogging in Ipoh in a park, and I just left my bottle there. I haven't finished, I just thought when I come back, it disappeared. A few times it disappeared. So one day I noticed, there's this lady collecting it, they just collect it and put it in their bags, so you can imagine there must be big demand for that,
And the raw material used to make these PET bottles is plastic, of course, byproduct of crude oil. So I'm sure Spritzer must be exposed to some of the volatility with oil. At the moment, it's $94 per barrel, but at one point it climbed over 100, right?
Yeah.
So how do you hedge against the volatility?
Yeah, this is true, and this is one of our what they call issue that we have to face, challenges about the rise in price of this petroleum. And so what we do, we do a lot of hedging, hedging in a sense that we try to hedge as much as we can in terms of let's say buying forward or keeping our stock level depending on the situation, so that there's people that we have in a factory that will continue to monitor the prices and we see the trend and
so you have a team looking at hedging against
of course,
volatility.
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, raw material prices go up. What happens to your average selling price? Do you increase your prices?
We try to, but it's very difficult, as you know. So what we do, we work on the factory to increase productivity, to go into lean production.
So looking to lower the unit cost.
That's right. To ensure wastage are less. We control the wastage. We ensure that people are more productive. We encourage people to work as a team to on this continuous improvement, how to make our cost lower and lower.
So you actually trim the fat of other areas within your factories.
That's right.
But have you raised prices in the past?
Not really, because you have so many competition. Once you start raising price, people are not raising, you may lose your market. So we are very careful about that.
But still, looking at your first quarter results, you posted almost double, 102% jump in net profit for the first quarter, and that's of course on the back of higher sales volume and higher margin products. So these higher margin products are the carbonated and flavored drinks, as opposed to mineral water.
As exposed to drinking water, basically. I think the mineral water also has a reasonable margin. So because I think because most of our business is still in mineral water. I think 70% of our sales are still in mineral water, and so that profit comes from probably selling more of the mineral water and also the tinge and the pop and the fiber products. These products are growing too. We have seen that people are now beginning to accept. So that was why you saw a very good result first quarter.
So the trend going forward for Spritzer's financial year 2013.
I believe it's going to be rosy. It's going to be good. I believe. So we are confident that we will continue to do well. For 2013. Yes.
Very happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been speaking to Dr. Chuah Chow Teo, the Executive Director for Spritzer Berhad. Dr. Chuah, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
I'm Melissa Idris for BFM 89.9, the business station.